Did I bully you from the last stream to now get here early? I appreciate the dedication. Arand, hello. Oh. Connor, hello. Lucas, hello. Ah, this is it. It's how I keep everyone in line. Personal and direct attacks. Julian, hello. Oh. With a fair wind, I think we could get the majority of the work that's done tonight. I'm not saying this is going to be the last stream in the series, but I think it could be pretty close. Could be pretty tight. Calix, hello. So we need to finish off some of these config options, right? I think what did we say we needed? We needed OpenGL logging, general logging, OpenGL logging, and like window position, I think, and that's kind of it. And then we can remove the window position from the command lines if we want to, or have it override it. I think we're kind of done. So we've got build.conf. Yeah, logging enabled false. Did we actually wire this in? I don't think we didn't wire this in. I think we just got it out and then the game runs and you can just see it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I try not to dox myself too much, so I guess I'm a software engineer, but a large part of my role is teaching and mentoring junior talent and running our various sort of graduate and internship programs. So that's probably about as much as I'll say on that. Okay. So we can get that. So I think then AC, hello. So I think this then basically becomes, we've already got access to config. So we can do something like if config logging enabled, or indeed if not, then return. That might be easy. I guess it's the only way to, right, we could have it as a compile time option, but then I want to ship this as a runtime option, which basically means we still have to do a lot of the formatting. I think we won't actually have to run the std format though, so there's no real string operations here other than anything we have to pass in the arguments. I think that's not going to be too bad. Let's try that. So this should log, because logging enables false. But yeah, I want to just smash out these last two things, check the release build works. I'm basically just going to resurrect the levels that we've got, package it up, and kind of done. So I mean, like 2 hours. We have a productive 2 hours, and we don't hit any major roadblocks. It depends how miserably broken the release build is. It should be identical to the debug build. We all know that's not going to happen. There's going to be some. I strongly suspect. Frame my mug better. Well, this is it. I suspect I'm probably relying on some UB somewhere that changes subtly in release mode. That's what I'm anticipating. A small piece of copper just fell on my foot, and I don't know where it came from. How strange. Well, apparently I'm live. It's good to know. We're here, we're doing it. God, this is slow. I'm looking forward to changing up the build system soon. Because this is getting, I think this is getting slower, and I couldn't articulate why. It's definitely using like all the cores and such. But if that works, so do we have the sale build? Do we have this config? We don't have the config file in there, but I think it runs it from where your current working directory, so I think that's fine. Oh, it's been a year since we started this. I don't know if I can go all the way down to like, is there a shortcut for getting to the first commit? I am signing up. We do need to copy it. Okay, how do I find first commit? Stream 1. Sunday, November 10th. Okay, yeah. 1 year we've been doing this. Oh, that was a strong first. Matthias, hello. What's going on? What is going on? Right. Okay, that worked. That was a strong first commit. Look at that. Auto release, first commit. Exception class. Man. Some comment out code, which I absolutely hate. Oh, it would be nice. It would be nice. Okay, so that didn't do any logging. Logging enabled false. That's right. Okay, fine. So nvim.config true. Okay. Excuse me. So this should now, this without basically rebuilding anything, this should now log. No, I mean Objective C++. I've not done that in a while. But auto release is just a primitive I wrote for handling like integer-based handles that need to be released. So file descriptors, Windows super shouty handles, all that kind of stuff. Okay, cool. That's nice. That works. So that's one commit in the bag. Commit. Integrate logging option into log. Excuse me. Hopefully I don't pass out on stream. I don't really know what happens then. Okay, so the next one is OpenGL. So if we go to this, we can do auto OpenGL debug enabled. I might just leave it as the 3 and then full screen, and then you can worry about the window positions yourself. So this is going to need a slight refactor because I want to reuse a bunch of this code. So how's this going to look? Let's give ourselves an anonymous namespace. What's the common code here? I want to be able to find a given key and get the string value, right? So if I hoist all this up into auto find value. Requi resubbed with Prime. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Okay, let's slap that in there. Okay, and then this is going to be the string. I think I can state string view this key. string out. Let's have a look. Stick a game there. Game ensure. So what am I looking for? Key equals. Ugh. If current key equals key, then return current value. That should conversion from string to string. Are you sure? Because it's not guaranteed to be null terminated, is it? So that's fine. So we can do data current value dot data plus current value dot size. We can do the iterator constructor. That should appease that. Game missing key. So this is return. What did I call this? I've already forgotten what I called it. Find value. Return find value. Logging enabled equals true. And then this will be whatever I call it. What did I call it? Oh, I suppose I'm not putting it in there. I suppose it'd be the same. Open debug. Something reflection. Check for the name of the function in the config file, and then just have a bunch of functions that automatically can reflect out their name and find the key. Joel, thank you. That is one of my goals, and I'm glad it's coming across. OpenGL, yeah. If I've reflected that out though. Okay, so window. We go down to WinWaz. Bring in the config. It's going to be hard to tell this without deliberately introducing an OpenGL error, but I think I'm going to be reasonably confident it's doing what I want it to do. Debug, setup debug, setup. If config, I not included it in the header file. Oh, it's because I've not run the updated the config.h.in file because it's auto-gen. OpenGL debug enabled. Right. So that won't work, but it kind of will, so that's fine. So if we do make build, nope, make game, that should catch up. Yeah, I mean, I think all the compilers have intrinsics for getting the function name right, which is part of the reason they introduced stack trace, because it standardizes all those. So I could use those, but it's not reflection though, is it? I could construct a stack trace frame on the current frame and pull out the function name as well, but I think that's, even for me, that's a little bit egregious, a little bit over the top. Okay, so that should work, and then the next one is just full screen, so we'll just check that works. Commit up. 4.6, so basically the last version. The next project, which will be starting soon because we're literally wrapping this one up now, will also be 4.6, but I want to lean into it much more. I want to go full, well, as full as I can, ASDO. So we go and bind as textures in direct rendering. I think those are the main things. Persistent buffers, persistently mapped buffers, buffers. I wonder if you use stack trace if it changes inlining. That's a good point. I don't know how stack trace requires compiler magic, like it very much. So who knows what it actually does? So if you go to stack trace, I think if it gives you, Actually, what am I doing? I'm just going to give you the example I know I want. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of source location. Sorry, you could use source location to get the current file, not stack trace. A stack trace would potentially give it to you, but anyway, sorry. I was talking about source location to get the function name. This requires compiler magic because it is the only... If you have it defaulted here, it will actually construct it from the caller rather than from within this stack frame. That's how you know where you've been called from. So there's a little bit of compiler magic around that. So you might be able to do it from source location. Apologies, I meant source location. Anyway, it's been a long day. It's been a very long weekend. Oh, build faster, be better. What does? But that's a good question, actually. If I wanted to switch to Clang CL, what am I leaving on the table? Am I still going to get stack trace? Oof. Oof. That is unfortunate. We might have to roll our own. Is stack trace so important that I would stick with MSVC? Quite. And no out pointer. No, I think that's fine. I think you might have an off by one error there. I might be able to live. I might be able to live without span stream because I'm not entirely convinced I know what that is. That is. I would end up writing my own because it's been so useful for debugging. I think I couldn't, unless it might have experimental support. Actually, does Clang have? Apparently I can link in lstd c++ lib backtrace. Something to experiment with when I set the next project. Out pointer we could probably write ourselves if we needed to. Okay, so make run. Again, I'm not expecting to see much, but I would like. Oh no, this should throw because it's not in the config file yet. Nice. See, this is just so useful. Okay. So e.config OpenGL enable debug enabled equals false. And enabled. Yes, I think it does use. Does it use? Yes, it does require debugging information, so it possibly runs PDB. I think under the hood, it uses the Win32 stack trace walker functions, which probably does rely on a PDB. We had this issue at the beginning where because I think I now compile the PDB information into the executable. Move only function. So that would be a fun stream to write because it's not that tricky to write. In fact, I was thinking a lot about this because of how I want to do the job system. I want a really lightweight function object. I might end up writing my own inline function, which is guaranteed to not do a heap allocation. Oh man, no ITER. It's getting harder and harder to justify not using MSVC, which not many people have ever said. There are some things I really like in there. Okay, cool. So add OpenGL debug enabled config option, and I meant to add that as well. So just a quick little amend. Interesting. And then finally, the last one is config. Oh, I cannot type today. Auto is full screen. Full full screen, full, and then is full screen. And then we can now go to game. Do I have the config here? I do not. Dash include config. Sorry, auto get window. I just call it windowed mode. No, let's keep that consistent. Window mode. Don't need a fat arrow. Game window mode. Game window mode. Get there a minute. Return game config is full screen game window mode full screen else game window mode window that's a function. Not that it thinks it exists yet, but that's fine. And then here we can just do ct comma window mode. Okay. Let's do is full screen equals true. Yeah. Are the models being converted to an internal format? Yes. So they are packed into a binary format and then compressed and then uncompressed and then unpacked. The format isn't. What is the format? I can't remember what the format is. It's pretty basic. It's basically just a bag of vertices and indices and some normals and stuff like that. Kyle, okay, sorry. I don't actually know how to fully pronounce his name. So Kial, hello. Oh mate, if there's no views enumerate, I'm out. Like I am out. It does. It's just a byproduct of my terrible tooling. I don't know why I have dicked around quite a lot with my wine settings recently because I was playing around with something. So I think that's had a knock-on effect to make this pretty dark, pretty slow. Could use Ranges V3 as a polyfill. Man, I'm really torn now. This was not a clear-cut decision anymore. Just building a game, like very much a game from scratch. Ooh, man. GCC seems better, but I don't know how easy it is to cross-compile GCC to Windows. I am standing now. I mean, I don't know why I'm showing my hands, because if I'm sitting, that could also be... Yeah, but yeah. It's because I'm using MSVC under Wine, or through Wine, so it's just a little bit slow. But I don't know, I must admit, it's never normally... It has gotten a lot slower in recent streams, and I don't fully know why. Like, I feel like this is stuck. So, bear with me. There's not that many streams left of this project, and then I will redo the build system for the next one. Because there's literally no reason it should take this long. I highly doubt it's Windows' fault. I strongly suspect it's not necessarily Linux's fault, but it's the fact that I'm doing all this via Wine. No, because I C++ is probably the language I know the best, so I feel like doing anything else, I just wouldn't be able to make us like. I feel like it'd be more difficult for me to make progress and to kind of attempt to speak knowledgeably. So full screen is broken again. I'm going to be so upset. Okay. Whew. Okay. Add is full screen config option. Sorry, I want all these enabled for for debugging. Okay. Okay, that's basically it. Like, I think there's not really many other config options I want to bother with, so I think we can kind of tick that one off. How good's GCC's cross-compiling though? Because I still need to produce a PE file. I mean, I could switch to doing the whole thing on Linux, but I don't really want to. I still want to target Windows. GCC there's min-GW, I guess. But what version of GCC does that use, or is it just the headers? And I can use can I use GCC 15? I think I'll just have a play around with it before. What basically my plan is once it is near Vim, yeah. My plan, such that it is to finish this project off either hopefully this stream, but if like definitely next few streams, and then well actually let me kick off a release build whilst I gas about this, because this is going to take a while. Back cat make file. So let's do this and let's reconfigure it from scratch, and then we'll build it in release mode and see what happens. I'm gonna have to build the resources as well. I just hadn't considered that. Okay, fine. Just do the build in Windows and keep everything else in Linux. Well, it depends, because I need to introduce compile commands JSON files and stuff like that, because I need the LSP to be able to pick up where all the header files and flags are, and also oh, I see what you mean. Just do a native build outside. Could try that as well. So we could just build everything through VS Code. It just doesn't feel that integrated. You can find my dot files somewhere on GitHub. It has all the things that I have. I don't know. Basically, what I was trying to articulate is that once this project is finished, I'll probably take a couple of streams off and try and plan out much better what the next project, because this project had no plan, like absolutely no plan. I was like, it literally started off within main, and then we just kept going from there. I want to have a better project base to start from, so all the projects set up, all the config and the installing and the packing and all that kind of ready to go, and then I want to have a bit of a much better project plan of what we're going to do, and I want to play around with some different tool chains as well to see what's going to be good for us, because I'm getting stressed with this. Indeed, ominous. This just feels really slow. Oh, hang on. Maybe I just had a thought. Yeah, hang on. Hold on one moment, caller. I've got some stuff running in another terminal off screen that you can't see from another project. Let me just kill some of this stuff. Why are all my cores like absolutely spinning? What is right? Hang on. Sorry, I'm just what is key? What is yeah? Why is that? Everything could go bang here, by the way. There we go. Right, that's better. You got one core thrashing now. What is core 7 doing? Core 7 is busy. Maybe someone's accidentally pinned a thread to it. Okay. We have had a live blue screen before. Okay, right. Hopefully that is slightly better now. Yes, yes. Why we taking up all of my cores? Okay. I've got a silent fan now, so I don't think I realized it was just absolutely like hammering it. Okay, let's. So still gonna want to do this. Still need to. Hang on. Let's just build the. Oh god. Let's just build the whole thing in release then. Release. What did I call it? Release dash build or release underscore build? Release dash build. Okay. That's a little bit. That's a little bit faster. Like I'm not saying it's much. It's definitely a little bit faster. So what's hammering now? So wine should be busy because it's running MSVC through it. So, but I don't know why I had like so many errant processes. But this is not even thrashing all my cores yet. Here we go. Right, we're picking up speed now. We're picking up speed. I've also got some clanged instances running in some other terminals as well, so that probably doesn't help. It's true. I am also doing the stream things. Maybe MSVC isn't so bad. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe it's not the kids who are wrong. It is me. Credit where credit's due. They've got pretty good range support and stack trace. Well, I'm certainly not RAM, like memory bound. I'm definitely CPU bound. I wonder if there's a new MSVC coming soon, isn't there? Like 19.50 or something. I don't know. I can't. I don't think I can quite fully understand their naming conventions. It seems up there with like ChatGPT models. That doesn't really make much sense. Do I want 03 or 30? Okay, let that spin. I'm hoping if this just like works and tick, done, off to the races. It's true. Yeah, maybe I should get a bigger. Maybe I should have gotten a Threadripper. I just could not justify the cost. Right, something failed. Yeah, maybe I pour more transistors into the top of my PC. Well, I hope this is what everyone's signed up for. Oh, Twitch numbers and YouTube numbers are very close today. Exciting. Maybe this will be the day that, right at the end, Twitch will overtake YouTube. Thanks. I really enjoyed is it chat with Chano? He's a nice guy. And it was good fun. Right, what's going on here? Because I am grumpy. Resources. Oh, someone subscriber Prime. Thank you very much. I can't see the name, but hopefully it'll pop up in the chat in a minute. Imtar Quarrel, thank you very much. Okay, why are you grumpy? Resources, CD home, release build tools, resource packer. This is not a helpful error message. I wonder if I can just keep building it. Oh god, loads of subs. Thank you very much. Parity Hero, much pride. I believe the train is hyped. I'm ready to leave the station. Resources not in release in debug. Yeah, it's got to be something to do with that, but I can't. Sure, I've not hard-coded debug anywhere because it should. What is the make? I'm copying this, right? I'm not even. Oh, I probably need to run it first. No, it's not a compile time option. Checking if the resources is there. This is just to build it to produce the resource packer such that we can then pack the resources, right? Let's try target. Let's just see if we can build the resource packer, because that should have to build the whole library anyway. There's every chance. I mean, when last time I spoke to him, I think we would definitely like to do it again. So, which would be cool. Well, my proposal to him is that once this series is finished and we hit version 1.00 of the game and it's kind of done, I would like him to review it as maybe way of a post-mortem. I think that might be kind of a fun video. Okay, cool. I'll get to that once this is finished churning. Look at the path next to that failed line. Okay, so can I run the resource packer? Okay, fine. So I can build the resources. Just embed seems pretty good. I'm kind of down for it. I think it's going to do some interest. You know, it seems like a useful thing to have. I'm not in any way anti it. Okay, so then can I just? So can I now just target game? Here we go. I think things will definitely keep for the next. I'm definitely going to keep the Lua integration. I don't know when I'm going to use it or how I'm going to use it, but I will. If we do use scripting in the next one, I'm probably going to just lift and shift most of the Lua across. I do want to rewrite the physics abstraction. I don't think I did it very well for this. I definitely want to use their virtual character controller better and have that because I definitely want a bit more movement based. Why is it failing to I know it's trying to generate the resources as part of this, but I can't understand why. Where's... I've got building resources here, but I can't see anywhere where it depends on debug. All right, there's I'm struggling to understand what this is doing. I mean, it's... I don't know. Missed that one out. What does it say? When you run it manually, it works, right? I can just run the release build there, and it just does it. Oh, okay. Oh no, no. What's this? Failed to open file. Of course, I don't have a stat trace because it's in release mode, so that's less than useful. 219. Caught the error. So what's it doing with files in here? Oh, is it because it's already... hang on. Resources. ls release build. Oh, it's already got the resources in there, that's why. So if we clear that out... Oh, is that why it was failing to build the game? Because the resources file was already there? I don't think it's the ghost file, but we can check. I'm just taking argv, right? This is as a direct, sorry, and argv here. I'm just opening it up to write. So is that... That has not created the resources file. So if we just run the resource packer... Where did you see 212? Is that here, or is that for the previous one? So this fine, right? If this will correctly produce the resources file. It doesn't like if it's already there, which I think I know anyway, because I'm pretty sure in the make file we clear it out first. So that's fine. What I don't understand is why... I suppose we could do rel with debug info, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Or rel with deb info. Why is it not building? What's the CMake doing? Oh, sorry, it's resource, isn't it? So I got add custom command resources. Target file resource packer. So that'd be the thing that I built. Then the assets from the project source directory and the project binary directory. So that shouldn't change, regardless of the build mode. And this should change to be the debug and release versions respectively. Comment building resources. So is this where it's... Is this generating resources? And it's dot slash. I mean, improving C++ compile times is kind of it's a tricky one because you kind of have to know where the bottleneck is. Common ones tend to be like heavy template use, like massive header use, that kind of thing. So it's really hard to say. But certain compilers, I think Clang will give you a flame graph of where the compiler spends all its time, so that's always a good place to start. It could be from the, yes, okay, fine. Tools, CMake, resource packer. Okay, fine, let's... So this is all that does, though. Where is this? I don't understand this. Like there is no that string, that generating string does not exist in my project. So it's obviously something from CMake. Well, we're going to go full modules on the next project. Another reason to stick with MSVC. Just saying. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do modules yet. It depends how grim the tooling is, but I do want to try it. One of the things I want to experiment on in the week proceeding. Yeah. What is... I don't... Is there like a CMake verbose? So can I do... trace? Why is it now? Okay, fine. Apparently I can't. CMake provides debug output and trace options. Well, apparently it doesn't. I suppose that's only for the config, isn't it? Not for the build, because the build is just driving Ninja. So what I actually need is the Ninja verbose mode. CMake -- build -- v. There we go. Resources. Again, I don't have like a resources string. Why is this one? I don't want any of this. Oh, here you go. What's all this? So I do have a dependencies called resources. That is the custom target that I use for the resource packer. So there's that. So maybe it's trying to add, maybe it's trying to run this. CD into source, and then there you go. Run the resource packer exe on projects game assets home game release build. I can make sure that's gone, right? So why is, but then what I don't understand is why it then does it again, even though it's not there. It's the add custom. So yeah, but like, I still don't understand why it doesn't work. When this works absolutely fine in... That's a good point. We could try that. it just says failed and then doesn't tell me why, and I don't get any log output from the tooling or anything like that. Yeah. This is frustrating. This is not what I want to spend my time on, by the way. So I've tried that and it's fine, and it literally we've tried that here. This one here, and this runs fine and produces, which is why I'm very confused. Release resource packet exe. I need to choose to run it under wine because it's more. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Once if I don't run it under, once if I just try and run it natively, because this is slow, because this does a bunch of marshalling between the different file systems and stuff. Whereas if you run it under wine, it's much quicker. This file IO is really slow because what it's done is it's launched the executable natively in Windows, and then it's trying to access the Linux file system, which has some non-trivial overhead. We could. You could just run it here. But again, like, that worked fine. I will blow the build directory, the debug one, away after this and try to recreate it there. No, I use because we had so many issues with efficiency with file IO. I have my little file wrapper which uses the Windows miserable unmap thing. Here you go, map viewer file. Just because it was slightly more efficient. I mean, if there's something seriously wrong, I'll have to fix it before I can build. Yeah, sure. I'll copy off build somewhere. No Linux support. It's all Windows. I just prefer Linux from a dev environment, but I want to build for Windows. Computer, hello. Also, it was configured wrong anyway because I need to have this on. There you go. Because I mean, I've not had to so far. It's been absolutely fine. Apart from a few little hiccups, this has been the biggest issue with the build system, I'd say, so far. Possibly, I don't know. We'll just bash our head against this for the next hour or so and see what we get to. That's just really annoying because I was really hoping to be done with this today. But hey ho, here we are. Part of me is tempted to be like, sack it off, but then part of me is like, this is not like, I find it hard to convince myself I finished making the game if I can't even build it in release mode. Let's move builds to, I don't know, build.good. Okay. Let's do a fresh make config. I'm trying to get it to build in release mode. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what we're working on right now, is fixing the terror build system. Again, something I should have thought of from the start. I think it would be nice to have a script in the next project that when I do a release builds it in both debug and release and puts them both up. Maybe. What is going on? Something's really chugging. Okay, let's see if this still works. If this still works, then I guess something hard-coded path somewhere. Twitch and YouTube numbers still pretty close. I'm just saying, bit of friendly competition. I'm looking forward to getting onto that phase in the next project. But again, why would that affect the build? Do you know what I mean? It's not even building. I don't seem to have debug hard-coded anywhere. I don't think, yeah, this got debug log, but I have nothing that suggests. And then I guess where I use the resources, we just load from the command line the resource route, right? That's game main. It's what's perplexing me is the fact that the resource packer. We know the resource packer works in release mode because we build it in release mode because it's so slow when we're doing a debug build because it doesn't matter. So I wonder if there's something there. Is it now the fact that the modes, because we build the game in debug, right? But we only ever run the resource packer through release mode build, so we have to build it twice. Something like that. Oof. Interesting. Okay, so it is balked. Let me kill all wine. I suspect this is an issue with me dicking around with something in wine. Oh, let's lock my machine. Just check that functionality still works. That should be on the bingo card, yeah. Right. I have purged all my... Nope, I haven't. I've purged all wine from my... okay, hang on. One more thing I need to check. Oh, hang on. What have I... Check nothing behind there I don't want anyone to see. That's fine. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay, so now let's try... If I just do cl.exe, so that works. So now what... That must have spun up something wine related. No. Okay, fine. Let's do make game again. Is that because... no. Make res. That's true. Oh, of course, yeah. We've... I want that, don't I? So I actually get the stack trace. Trying to think what I've changed. I've obviously changed something subtle somewhere. Obviously wasted my time. Well, I hope people are willing to hang around and watch me build this for a few times. Yeah, but why is it now not working in debug? I'm definitely going to put off doing resource packing until quite late in the game. I think on the next game, and just load them all from disk and have a much better defined interface for easily switching between the two of them. Someone's gotta. I'll still be here doing it by myself otherwise, so at least there's someone to talk to. It's so close, because then I just need to just revive some Lua files, move everything around so it's centered better in the level, and bish bash bosh, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. To get a beer, power through the last bit. Come on. Right, this is looking promising. So is it just because I gave wine a swift kick in the shins? Okay, so will this now work? That is true. If you do have time and you're looking for something to do between all this, do go and watch the last video. Go and watch the Cherno video, but go watch the last Unity C# video, because it's languishing a little bit, which is a little bit upsetting, because it's one of the most fun videos I've done, I think. I'm starting to think that relying on introducing wine into my build chain might. Once if we, yeah, okay. Once we run this, so let's do. Well, I'm going to do push D, but it's basically the same thing, right? And then run this. Oh, was that compressed or uncompressed image make? I didn't even know what I would GDB. It's running in Windows. But like, why is that? Hang on. Whoa. So if I do. What? I. It doesn't work as a fully qualified path, but it does work as a relative path. I am totally confused. How could that? How is that even a? Yeah, it's. Well, no, it surely current working direction makes no difference if everything's fully qualified, right? Can I? Once if I just. So I can run it. Yeah, it must. It must not be. So I can run it as the full path with no arguments, but if I run it as the full path, whoa! Why is it? Why is it so non-deterministic? What is going on? But I'm not in that directory at the moment. I'm just in. I'm just in the root project. But if I go to the source directory, it doesn't work. But so I can use the full path, but just not from. What are my permissions in here? That's strange, right? Like, tell me that's strange. If I'm in this directory, it dies. But if I go back to the games directory and run it as for full path, it's fine. Why would it not launch from a different directory? Like, I mean, it constructs, but it doesn't use argv0 anywhere. What? But it can't be a red. I mean, yeah, I mean, true. So, what if we go? Does this? Is it just anywhere? Is it just anywhere that's not here? So if I just go into release build, yeah, okay. There's got to be a relative path in here somewhere that I'm missing, but it's got to be right at the beginning because it doesn't even log. I don't think so because again, it works. Indeed, Mr. Bell. Indeed. Yeah, so I don't... It's not even hitting this. Yeah, so can we... Actually, that's a good point. So can we recreate this with the debug one? So let's do cd build. And then can I do... debug? Nice. Okay. Let's break out some tooling and have a look. Okay, I feel better that I can recreate it under debug. What's the best way of doing this? Probably. Okay. Ah, here we go. Right. Give me a second while I see if I can figure out how to wire this up. I think I've got the resource packer as a thing. So let's enter the current working directory as this. And then the args will be this. And this. Okay. Let's run this. No, because this is running outside of... Oh, I'm going to have to translate them all into Windows paths, aren't I? Because I'm technically running the Windows application out wide. WSO will be translating these. I don't know, that's a good point, actually. How's that? Oh, fuck's sake. I need to rebind that key. Is it one debug? Continue. Okay, okay. Here we go. What's going on here? So, Indeed, yes. We will go blind if we look at this for too long. Anonymous namespace init. There you go. What's this file? In resource pack. File line 51. What's happening? Okay. Do you want to try? Oh, file. Sorry. So it's definitely like init. Init. Line 29. Failed to. Oh, interesting. So it's failing to open a file. But why? Yeah, I mean, if we go back to main, we don't even get this, right? I don't think it even logs this, but we can log info. Checking. Sorry. Asset the v1. Do we get the output? See, it doesn't even print out that first one. How does one quit one debug? Quit? Nice. Okay. Is it because I don't have the config? Oh, yeah. It's not. It's because I don't have a config. I have to run it from that directory because I don't have a config file. Oh my goodness. Hoisted by my own petard there. Like literally the other thing we've been working on for the beginning part of the stream. Jesus. Really grabbed the sharp end of the knife there, didn't I? Into hang on, probably cd copy .config into release build, possibly there. It does explain literally everything we were seeing. The resource packer should probably default to always logging and not respect the config file. That's annoying. That is an unintended side consequence I did not foresee. Oh man, what an absolute waste of my life that was. All right, because it's going to be running it from. Right, I just want to check that this works because I'm not that fussed about making this robust. I just want to check the release build works, and then I want to go and do the levels, and then I want to call it quits. I don't know. Couldn't even tell you. It's frustrating though. Maybe it needs a really good run up to that resource packer. Well, normal make is just the make file wrapper that I did that just drives these. Ah, this is looking positive. It's running it now. It's funny because you don't even get the log until right at the end anyway. Oh, mother flipper. I bet that it's because that resource file already exists. Man, resource packer is going in the bin. I'm absolutely sacking that off for the next project. It's been no end of pain, this. I think I just wanted to write a TLV. I don't think I actually wanted a resource packer. Ship it is literally the last stop. Like, we're close. All right. This will work. Oh, I hope the rebuild just works. Nothing even to commit for this. It's just me being faffing around. If I'd driven this all from a make file and maybe had set better directories, I don't know. How does the debug one work? How's that picked up the config file? Or we just not had to rebuild the resources in a while? Probably should fix that. I really don't want to. I feel like it's not really getting us any closer to what I want, but it does mean like it's an absolute pain to build. You have to manually copy a config file over. Yeah, so at the moment, with the job scheduler, the physics can run at a fixed rate and then everything else can run at variable rate. So I think that's a yes to your question. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. But where to? How do I know where it needs to run to? I'd have to be the build directory for the target for the resource. I think actually I might be better off just adding a hard coded workaround. Right. Nope, not that. Release build source release game.exe that and then no I think it's release build dash x1920. I would consider that a working release build. I've not disabled vsync, so I assume that is by default on, I think, with OpenGL. The physics is fixed timestamp, yeah. Right, well, I don't really use physics correctly. I just use it for collision detection, so I'm not simulating the world, really. But yeah, it's very easy for it to be fixed time with the way we built out the job scheduler. I think, to be honest, at this stage in the game, it's gross, but then we can go to main resource packer, and we can basically say What do I want? Hang on, I've got double negative here. There you go. Because I still want the logging. I think that will work now. So if we do make game and just check it runs in debug mode, and we can build it, then I'll be kind of happy to put this on the head, close it off, and then see if I spend 30 minutes faffing around with levels. Have I got my... Sorry, it's been a long day. Yes, I think that's right. I think what I actually want then is... that. If force log or logging enabled, if either of those is true, then we will log. But if either of those is false, I think, or the order of those is false, then yeah, I know Boolean logic. I know you switch the ords to the ands and stick a big old fat negate in the front, and that's how it works. Is that what it is? I knew there was a law for it, but I can't remember what it was. I've not done that since first year university, and that was... when did I go to university? 2009? Christ, yeah. I was explaining to some of our graduates the other day that the first iPad wasn't released to my second year of university. Just to kind of put a time frame of when I was there. Oh yeah. I got the good loans, the really sweet ones. It was well worth it was almost silly not to do a master's when it was that cheap. I don't know. I got quite a lot of value out of university. I can't say for certain that it's the same value now with the current price that they are in the UK. But you do. It depends on the course as well. But I think what I did, I learnt an awful lot and met some really interesting people, and that's how I secured my first job. And mother flipper, I bet it's because that is still there, isn't it? Right. Pay? Do you pay? I believe for a lot of people the interest doesn't actually cover the mandatory payments, so you actually end up more in debt each year now. I went when it was much more heavily subsidized. It wasn't a waste for me, and everyone has their own experience and their own interpretation of it. So I can't really tell people. I cannot tell you whether it is good or bad. I can only tell you my experience, but you have to take my experience with a pinch of salt because it was quite some time ago. Have I ever had streams where I'd push myself to code? I mean, every stream is a push to code. Yeah, of course. I mean, there's days where I don't like. There are yeah, probably not inconceivable that there are definitely Wednesdays and Sundays where I think, oh, I'm too tired. I don't want to stream, but let's get on and do it anyway. It's yeah, you could, as it does help kind of the certain career paths does kind of get your foot in the door. It is a tax basically. You just got. I mean, the advice is just do it. I mean, you should never push yourself to do something you really don't want to do. Like if I don't feel well, if I'm ill, then yeah, I'll cancel the stream because no one's gonna have any time. But if it's a case of like just motivation, dedication, I find showing up and having to do something live twice a week has very much motivated me to get this project to where it is now. I would have given up with this. Like I know I'm being a bit glib now, and I definitely kind of want to see the back of it, but I would have done this a lot. I would have given up a lot longer ago. I would have done this a while ago. I would have given up a long time ago if it wasn't for streaming. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. So commit add bypass for logging. Update default config. Well, this is it, because like we've got what, over 100 people here, which is incredible. People want to give up some of their precious free time to come and watch me talk. I still don't quite understand why, but I feel like an obligation to kind of meet that. All right, release build done. Half an hour. I might extend a little bit longer. Let's see if we can. Let's just see if we can bash some levels out. So where are we with this? Let's just tidy up the first level, because I think us starting in the corner is not great. Right, so what I feel like, I want to start like here with the barrels in front of us. That seems like good. So what I could probably do is do a level. I think it's Lua level. Level routine. Somewhere I have a measurable. Here we go. Right. If event.key equals key p log debug player pos. We have access to the player position. Right. Easy one to fix. Oh, that's a good point, actually. I forgot to check and then I deleted it, so I guess we'll never know. Yes, I know it'll double log, but that's fine. Or it won't. Oh, here it is. Right. Oh god, I've got to go through this again. Where does it create the player? I think it create it from the cat. We had this miserable issue before where I couldn't remember where anything was created from. I've got a feeling it's not here, which would be the obvious place for it. I think it's somewhere else in the code. Something else I want to tie up on the next one. Much more config based from the start, like the player. Bleh. Which games do I recommend to play as a game dev? I'm a terrible person to ask that because I just don't have time to play games. So, I don't know. Go play Halo. Three will reach. Factorio is good. Yeah, okay, fine. So that's That's not helped me. Where do we set? We had to edit this recently because I needed to move the camera up a bit. Where do we do that? So the player gets that. Oh, it's on the character controller, isn't it? Oh, isn't it in reset? Isn't there a... What? Why have I got... What the hell is... It is a Lua level. Why have I not got a reset method in here? Hello? Oh, because it's in a level base class? Don't remember that. Oh, restart. Oh, that's just resetting the pointer, is it? Oh, what a fool. Here you go. No, where's the... I'd accept two. I would accept two. Player has a restart too. I just literally cannot handle restart level. That's just... So we do need to change this at points that... here we go. Set position. So, who... Right, where does start position come from? Is that constructed in? Start position comes from camera position. I must... Do I do set position somewhere then? No. So I set the position there. Translate? I cannot remember where this goes. Because we construct the player with the camera. The camera then sets the original position from the camera position. So, and then it gets called reset. So why is that not? There's a hard-coded... Oh, hang on, wait a minute. Nope, I thought it was from the player controller. Not in the... Avert your eyes. As last player pause, as original last player position, init level player position. So where do we call that? That's it. Here we go. With player position. But player gets its... position from the camera position. And this gets its position from its position. So it's only if someone's called set position or translate. I'm so confused why that's not working. Like, I definitely did build and run that, didn't I? Like, I'm not going mad. Just going to have to follow it all the way through, which is just massive pain. Yeah, but no one ever sees the camera because it's wrapped up inside the player. Right, what is going on? Why is this? So we create the camera, it has the position, that's fine. Something must be resetting it because the camera position is what goes directly. If we go right to the bottom, camera position goes directly into the UBO for rendering. So something. Let's quit out of it near him. God damn it. So create camera goes to here, and then where else do we use camera? We post the camera. That's visibility. So it's not in here. Lua level. Okay. What? Nothing uses the camera in here. But something might use the player. So that updates the Lua level of the player position, but that's not moving. Update player collisions. There's been no collision yet, so this shouldn't be running. So the player pause somewhere. Yeah, I got a feeling we've done this, but I can't see where it's set. So we've got set position there. Set. Oh, hang on, what's this? That's for the main menu, so that rotates it round. Ah, here we go. Ah, this is it. So it's the controller. So I've got to set the controller's position. So that comes from that. So there we go. Yeah. PS character controller. So, oh, is it just like, oh, that's grim. What position am I when I start? Am I just at the origin? Is that because what we can see here when well, where was it? We get the controller. We set the camera's position to be the controller's transform shape, transform position plus an offset to move them up. So where the hell is the controller's? Which one of these is the? Oh, Christ. Transform shape is the Jesus. So transform takes a shape and a transform. So it's gonna be in here. It's in here. Got it. It's fine. It's fine. I got it. I do this every time, and I'm like, I should make this better, and then I forget, and then here we are, and today will be no different. Like that. Kind of thought that might format that a little better for me. That's better. Right, so now I just need to look down here. So that's a quick. Oh, I saw this somewhere else, didn't we? Where do we see this? Hope someone's. Field of view with something sets. Was it in player when it resets? Set your. Here we go. So it restarts. So I think I just, because I think we had all this problem before. I think your pitch, when you adjust them, change the look at vector. Oh, it's actually. Oh. Nope. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I do need to change the look at vector. Why did that make not? Why does that not make any difference though? Let's handle mouse movement. Can I just like? We've definitely changed this before somewhere else, but I can't remember where it is. Oh, better. What? Or should I randomly guess a random numbers of radians now until I get it right? (180) is pi, so it should be divisible by 2. Are we going to be staring at an off angle now? 0 would work. Yeah, I think I'm right. Problem is that I feel like if I don't finish it this stream, it's going to be pretty lackluster last stream. Like, it's not going to take 2 hours to update some Lua scripts. Wow, who knows? Right, nailed it. Okay. I also want to quickly just change Lua all routine. Where do we? Where's this? I want the debug lines to be off by default. That's better. Okay, fine. So now E assets level Apple. I wish I could just switch off the LSP for this, so apologies. We're just gonna have to put up with it. Right. So if I was at 146, those are fine. minus 59. Let's put that in at, hang on, so in front of me I need it to be something like minus 40. And then we can do 170. And then we could do that as, what did I add? What did I have? 25, so 120, and then minus 40. Oh, we get to rebuild the resources. Oh, bloody hell. I think just like a couple of levels, and then it will, because it will load the user one as well. I think we can kind of just wrap it up. I'm tempted just to try and knock this on the head today, and then I could do taking a bit of a. Having said everything I said earlier about just showing up and entertaining, I could do maybe taking like a couple of streams off to think about the next project. The resource loader packs the Lua scripts into the resource bundle, yeah. For better or worse, probably worse. You'll see them in here somewhere. I'm sure they're in there somewhere. Why am I so high up in the air? Or is that right? Whoa. No, I think we didn't remove them. We kept them as assets, but it will also load ones locally as well. When it tries to resolve all the levels, it will find local ones as well. I don't quite know why this is floating. I must have had a bit of an issue there. It's definitely X, Y, Z, and the Y is the same for both of them, so I don't really know why it's been a dick about it. Yeah, but what's that got to do with the barrel? Yeah, you're right. If it's visible, then I actually want to do... Oh, I hadn't considered that. Okay, fine then. Delta X equals player position dot X. Can I do dot X or is it a function? I don't know if I have to check this out. I think it's a function, cool, because it's... Or do we do it as a property? I can't remember. I think .x might just work actually, because I think we did it as a property. Minus last position .x. Z. Oh, fx dot. Hang on. Z. And then this will be plus vector 3 delta x 0.0. delta z. I think this is going to go on to next stream. I don't think I have enough time to fix all this up and all of them. What we could do is if we finish early on the next stream, is we could start just messing around with some bits and pieces and different setups and stuff. Like, because I'm going to do it anyway, so I might as well do it live and then have the official kickoff. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention and I didn't rebuild the resources anyway. Oh yeah, thank you. That's right, because before I had player position minus last player position, so I just pull those out specifically. Okay. Oh, I forgot to look at the Diablo one. Sorry, I'll try and remember to have a look at it later. You can always fire me a message on Discord if I forget. Might go for a little bit longer. Let's just see how much we can get done. No one's got anywhere else to beat, right? Yeah, but I think they're just missing some Lua levels, so I don't think it's. I'm hoping it's something too much to figure out. 25 on nil field delta x 921. Oops. No one saw that. Well, they did, and I ignored them. Well, it's quite. Oh, I do have to go on a train up to town tomorrow, though, but we'll see. Indeed. Again, tooling is a problem to be solved for next time. Yes, I should be using better tooling. Okay, so fine. Those are now on the floor. I don't know why they just need to be. I just need to shift them further out. I don't know, like 0. No worries. Sounds like good fun. Like I said, I'm hoping I might just pass through, just try and get these done. No, I'm not working with any. So I'm not involved in any emulator teams at the moment. No, I have not. Why are they? Have I got my orientation wrong? Is this like They're definitely moving more this way, right? But do I need to move them? Great. Well, that's gonna make it easy. Let's 0 and 0, and it's something like, let's go back to the good old days. 20 and I hate everything. There's really not a lot left to do now. I just said, even it doesn't have to be all levels. I think just like 3 of them, and it kind of gracefully exits once you've done it. I think I would consider good enough for this, because we're not doing any more work on the render or anything like this. Most of the infrastructure is in place, all the scripts are in place. I really think we could kind of tie this up. And there's something nice about finishing almost a year to the day. Yeah, it's true. I hate everything. I suppose I could probably just. I've got the. Let me stop guessing. And I can use the P command that I added to just go and stand where I want them to be. Forgot I added that. Right. I want one to be like here, and one to be here. So 232 and minus 93. 232 and minus 93 and 232 and minus 44. Congrats. We're there. We're doing it. We're luring. Ah, yes. They won't know what it's. Why would it not? Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, fine. Yeah, you would definitely be missing some symbols. Perfect. I feel like I'm really high up, but it's fine. I have moved myself up a little bit. I do need to. Right. Level banana. Yes. Was that in here? Ah, yes, well done. Thank you. What am I missing from here then? Because it just straight up crashed. Will VS Code tell me? Yeah, no worries. Happy to reply to everyone. Sorry, I didn't give you more an answer that you wanted. Yeah, I think you might be right. We are. It did throw, so I'm kind of weird. Kind of surprised it didn't catch it and write it out. Whatever. Ooh. It doesn't like the point lights. What's in my scene object? That is the wrong number of lights. And it has no entities, which I find very strange. And no skybox. It is. Why is that? So level complete, loading level. Let's get this. I think actually it might be easy just to breakpoint this. So let's do lower level. Where was that? Let's start here. Okay, run. Yeah, that's what I thought. So let's. Oh, am I going to lose access to my mouse? Ugh. Oh no, it's right when it breaks. It should give it back to me. Okay, fine. So let's just 72. Barrel count is 2. Goes through these. Shapes is empty. Pushes back the shape. Gets the info from the barrel. So this is the position. So that all looks good. Pushes the entities back. Pushes the entities back. Gets all that. Gets that. Then it builds the scene. So the scene object now has 2 entities. So why is so this is all fine. It builds this scene. Why is the renderer getting the wrong scene to render? When you call render, you do pass it a scene. So that comes from the render routine. So do we ever post it on the new as a new message? We might not fire it off. What's it? Message bus. Post entity 6, post level complete, post restart level. Yeah, we never do. That's fun. So we need to go at the bottom here, and then after we construct the scene, we should do post new scene. Bus dot post new scene. There you go. Right. Easy fix. Hopefully. Okay. I mean, most of the compilers are pretty good now. If you get the latest version, GCC, Clang, or MSVC are all pretty good. Is this one that moves with you when you're not looking at it? Okay, so one, why am I being rotated when there's obviously a reload somewhere where I'm... Oh, isn't that's going to be down here, isn't it? That should be 0.0f. Okay, that's easy fix. Oh, no, not like that, it's not. And then e source, nope, assets level banana, e assets level apple. I think I kind of want these pretty much here. And now that I fixed my Y delta, I shouldn't have to worry too much about doing the delta again. We're doing good. We are wrapping this up. We're very close to finishing this project, or at least as much as I think can be done in a year. I think I've done this for a whole year now. I think we're all kind of ready for a bit of a change. Indeed. Right. Okay, well that instantly solved that. And what's the gubbins for this one? This moves. I don't remember what the shtick for this one was, because it just seemed to instantly solve it then. Only moves right. Yeah, okay, so this isn't a particularly great one then. What was the next one we had after this? Because these are not necessarily in order. Oh, actually, what did come up? What did we learn afterwards? It was Kiwi. What was Kiwi shtick? I wish I'd left some comments in here. I think this is the one I wanted next. This is the one that moves the opposite way to you. So I think what I'm going to do is move assets level banana out. And then take these and maybe bring these up like this. Yeah, we've been toiling away at this for a while now. I want to do one stream project a year, right? Ideally, like 12 months at a time. I think that's kind of a good amount of time to be doing anything. Because each time I learn something, I get a little bit better. The next one should be a little bit better. You know, we do some more fun stuff. I think, you know, I think even this project was a little bit ambitious to like have a fully fledged like puzzle game with mechanics and stuff like that. I think we would have been, if we were just doing a simple movement game or something, this could have been done a while ago. So I do think even for this, I bit off more than I could chew. So that's why next time I don't want to make, I want to make more of a demo than a game, like a vertical slice of a game. Okay, where's there you go, right. There you go. So he only, when I'm looking at him, right, there you go. That's surprisingly difficult, that. I suspect that's because the next level isn't well formed. I think, what's level mango? What's the difference between these then? We've got the state, we've got the init level, we've got the update level, we've got the restart level. Is this the one where I thought it was impossible, but someone managed to, yeah, with the collision layers? Level state, barrel count. This is a nice one to end on. I want to see if we can we. Okay, VS Code, help me. Right. Update scene. Entities. What's going on here? So I have 4 entities, which is what I saw. Oh, have I not created 4 point lights for this? Why am I missing one? What's the logic there? No level. Where do we create the point lights? Oh, they're hard coded. Oh, and then I just set them to position. That's grim, but easily fixed, if you will. Yeah, because there's no command line debugger I can kind of really use from WSL on a Windows API on a Windows app. I mean, there's Wine debug, I guess technically, but Yeah, well, we're just getting a relentless march of progress to the end now. The next game I want it to be, I really want to tackle an FPS with like a decent deferred renderer. I want it to be multi-threaded. I want to use skeleton animation, a decal system. There's kind of I've got a lot of stuff I want to pack into it, which is why I don't actually want to focus not too much on the game mechanics, like one enemy that I can shoot kind of thing, maybe two, and some sort of spaceship corridor thing that we can kind of run through. Ideally, with slightly more interesting mechanics, it'd be nice to have like, I don't know, stairs or a jump button or something like that. But yeah, I think if you kind of put all those together, then that's like the basis of a game that we could expand on in the next one. But I really want to just build up the tech for it. Exactly, yeah. It'd be nice to be able to like spawn like a bunch of enemies in a room that can fire at you, and then you can fire at them, and have maybe a little like survival mechanic. Right. Why am I over here? And oh, is this the one where they? Yeah. Okay, I remember this one. It's just a combination of the previous two. If you get them out of sync, it's a massive pain. So because they both have to line up at the same time. Okay, let's. Was that mango? Yeah. Okay. Fine. Okay. So these. Why are these relative to each other? So these all change along the. That's fine. So what we can do is we can have this here. Yes. Okay, so if this was 0, 5, but the origin I'm treating as like, God, they all need to be in a line, don't they? So, someone gonna, am I outsourcing this? And then I need to keep those, wait a minute, on moving on the other side. So that'll be minus 98, and that would be like 2, 4, 5. And then this will be 2, 3, 7 minus 90. And 2, 4, 5, something like that. Which one should be 103? This one should be minus 103. And this one? I'm presuming this one as well then. Okay. My brain cannot cope. Oops, I've already moved myself out of the line. Oh, no. I've gotten stuck in the thing. I don't know where the other one is. Also, why is my play position so weird? They need to be... Wait a minute, which axes are they on? Was it... These need to be brought in closer. Yeah, I noticed that. Oh, come on. Let's get this last bit done. I could just sack this one off and just have the 2 levels and call it done. Like, does it really make that much difference if we have Mango in there? Like, it kind of shows the functionality, and then we can just wrap it up. Is that cheating? Like, what's the advantage of fixing up this last one over? You know, it's not going to make the game any better. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Let's just keep those 2. So let's get our assets. So we had Apple and Kiwi, right? So all the others can go now. Yes, I don't think it makes any difference because they had 3 lights anyway, and all the others had 2 barrels, so I don't think it makes any difference. It might just look a bit strange, but okay. So let's run this on the final few times that we're going to be doing this. Twitch and YouTube numbers neck and neck for the finale. I probably could have announced this was going to be like the final episode, but I didn't know it was going to be the case. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes. Yes. I will bodge that. Well, we'll just put mod. I'll just check it's got the right number and just only set those ones. I don't know if this exits gracefully when you finish the last level, so we should probably add that as well. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, right. We should just create one for each of them. Yeah. Where has this level come from? Didn't I? What? I did not delete Mango. Okay. Okay, fine. I'm glad I stuck with it. I'm glad that I don't have now just like a stream. Assuming we can get this done, just a stream looming over me. That was going to be like an hour, and then nothing really to do after that. Tinway, hello. Okay, let's smash that in. Ooh, and then I suspect this will crash. Be interesting to see. Oh, just loops. Okay, fine. So how do we get that to not do that? Somewhere in the level routine where it does the get level loaders. There you go, level num. I think what I need then is yeah, but I need to post another message, and I'm trying to avoid posting messages from other handlers, right? But I think that might be okay in this case because hang on, where do we here we go. Yeah, this is what I want. I think level complete. We just do plus plus level num, and then if level num is equal to level loaders dot size plus dot post state change game state exiting. I think that's what we need. OT Crunchedney, hello. Right. Oh, so close. That cleanly exited. And then level auto lights equals stood vector point light. Hang on, where do we loop through the barrels? Here we go. We can also do light stop push back like that. Sorry, nope. Yeah, highlights. And then this just becomes the move light, I think. Indeed, I think we're there. It's going to comment it up, and then mad rush at the end. Indeed. It's going to be 2 anyway, but sure, maybe 3 then. Nice. Okay, let's stick all this in the Git hole. So let's do short clean up assets. Faris, I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm in a good mood. So change player start position. Change player start orientation. I mean, that is technically for didn't actually make any difference, but we'll just amend it to that. Hang on. No. Right. Don't. Sorry, what was this? Exit game when last level. People actually make proper games though, like not just this toy thing. It's so much effort. Don't render debug lines by default. I'll just do git add dash f, changing all this asset git ignore nonsense for next time as well. Kiwi. Okay, that's well done. Okay, fine. Yes. Oh yes. We're doing it. Version. And this is stream 91. Yeah, it ignores the git ignore because the git ignore is a little bit overzealous on the assets. I'm gonna have a better system for assets next time. All right. So what did I say was stream 91, 91. If that release build doesn't pass, I don't care. Oh goodness. So this was a year's worth of work, almost to the day. 364 days ago, we started this. 91 streams. 9,001. You can't see that. Sorry, 9,166 lines of code. 364 days worth of work. 91 streams. Yeah, pounding those. I guess, like, first of all, thank you so much for everyone who's kind of come along and given advice or kept me company or didn't say anything. It was just made the little numbers go up, because the little numbers going up make me happy as well. So I guess any contribution you've had to this is massively appreciated, because it was been a bit of a slog. Ups and downs, I'd say. Like logging could be an up or a down. Some of the weird file shenanigans we've had. There's been a whole host of fun issues. The COM, the text, the font rendering, the elusive red line in RenderDoc. Yeah, thanks, Queco. Yeah, and it does. And you know what? At the end of the day, I would agree with you. It does look shit, but it's the shit that we built together, and that's the most important thing. I've learned a huge amount about some more modern OpenGL, about architecting some stuff. I've definitely learned some more C++ just by doing this. Indeed. Right. My plan, such as it is I'm definitely going to take Wednesday off. I'm not sure if I'll be back Sunday. I want to take a bit of time. I want to take a bit of time to structure the next project a little bit better. I want to go and one of the things I did learn is that going in without a plan has led to quite a lot of tech debt and mistakes, which was all inevitable, and I don't mind doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit of time. I want a bit of a plan. I need to harass Harand on some OpenGL questions as well, which he doesn't know is coming his way. Callum, thanks for coming out. It doesn't matter. Like, thanks for just showing up and just being here. It's been great. Like I said, I would have given up on this project a long time ago if I know that I didn't have to twice a week show up. And try and be entertaining. My plan is to, oh Christ, shorts. I really need to get back into the shorts game because they're doing quite well for me at the moment, but I've just not been shoveling that particular coal into that particular furnace. I think my plan for the next project, well, keep an eye out. I'll let people know on Discord and on YouTube. Oh, YouTube, hang on. We got some gifts, I think, before I forget. Those. Keep an eye out. Like, it won't be long. It'll be weeks. I'm definitely going to start this year. I want to start by the end of this month for the next project. So, Connor, congratulations. What a first off the bat. I think it will be soon. Like, I'm hoping like weeks rather than months. But I just want to take a bit of time to have a little play around with a few bits and pieces, and kind of get a bit of a better plan. I basically want. You can't see, but I'm just going to close off these last tickets. I want a better, like a much more structured to-do list of what we're going to do. I've got a rough idea of what the architecture is going to be anyway. Yeah, I don't know. What a thoroughly enjoyable end to a what has been an absolute wild year. I can't believe a year ago we started this. It's absolutely mad. Well, I think like we'll do a kickoff stream. Absolutely, project kickoff. We'll set our quarterly goals and assign some t-shirt sizes. I might even do a PowerPoint presentation. How would that sound? I do want the kind of the philosophy will change slightly on the next one, in that I do want to contribute to some of it off stream, but I do want the code to be open source from the start and have a much better Git workflow. We could sprint plan. We could do party poker. Yeah. just all Excel. Everything is how. What a great question. Would I accept contributions? I've undecided on that yet. I've undecided. I keep thinking about this, and I don't know yet, I think is the question, whether I would still want to selfishly kind of maintain full control over the whole thing, or whether I would do that. So I'll have a think about it. Well, that was it. I think if I did accept code review PRs, I would review them as part of the live stream. So there would be one of the streams a week, whatever. Part of it would be dedicated to reviewing contributions and then giving feedback and stuff like that. But yeah, it really depends like how popular it is and how much people want to do, and whether they're happy to kind of accept that I would have effectively final say of what goes in. So again, I don't know. I think there is more to consider on that front than I've given time for. Yeah, exactly. Are you a looks good to me, or are you a let's get this merged kind of LGTM? Or some other incantation I've not heard of. Oh, I will be sleeping on it. But yeah, basically some sort of vertical slice of an FPS game, I think. I need to go and put... so actually, why it might... Here's the reason I might not be able to accept contributions is because I will own effectively the license. I will be the license holder for the assets because I'm going to purchase some assets for it. And so I will not be able to distribute those. So you would have to make contributions without being able to run it with the assets. So I think that's a sticking point there. But I do want all the code to be basically fully open source from the start for people to have a look at. And sure, maybe people can build it and run stuff in isolation, but I would have to be quite careful with the license of the assets. Well, yeah, like the way we've got it at the moment is that if you had it as a packed asset, you could run it. So that might be, we might need to do that. I don't know. I need to have a think about it. I don't want to say something like, yeah, let's all do this. And then like one, it's like legally dubious. And two, it's a massive amount of work that I wasn't anticipating. Right. I'll head off. I will catch you guys anon. Keep an eye out for upcoming streams and such, and we'll do it. We'll meet back soon. Jesus, throwing that in the bin. Yeah, cheers, guys. I will catch you all soon.